I'm sorry, I didn't record that. All praise. We back at it like Torah addicts out of rehab. Let's go ahead and get it. We're going to get it cracking with this track real quick. And I'm going to start this screen share. We got your brother, Genesis OG Loopy Lane. I'm going to start this stream real quick. And boom, we're going to get this stream. We're going to put it popping rich here. All right. There we go. Tadeo. So if anybody want to join the StreamYard, it is right here. All right. Also, we have the number, if anybody wants to call in, 937-819-8266. It's your brother Karak Yashar, also known as Isaiah Yashar, also known as From Worm the Hebrew. I just can't get away from it. It just doesn't match. Anywho, get cracking real quick. We're gonna start with this track.
2% of God's essence.
Cracking.
God got a lot to say and a whole lot of revelation left. He has a lot of witty ideas and inventions. He has a lot of great ideas, but his people's not tapping in it. If you let inadequacies keep you from being active, you're telling God that he's not even worth anything. But when you say, God, you want to use this vessel? Please use me. Because God's going to show the world just how much he can do with a person with little. God doesn't care about the qualified. They're caught up in their own knowledge and wisdom. He cares about the people who don't have anything on their resume, but they got the Holy Spirit in them. Anybody else? Any questions?
I can hear the Ruah when it talk. Holy Spirit move me with a thought. Never go against it, what you thought. I'm an Israelite, we follow laws. If you love him, then you will follow his laws. They think it's done away with, but they off. They don't want to hear it cause it's hard. Just because you don't really don't make it false. Silly. Immerse my mind in water, need a wash. I can smell the ending and it's coming, need a watch. Scratch that flavor, I need a clock. And that Ruach HaKodesh be my clock. Spiritual warfare, yeah. The dudes be thinking it's sweet, killing them all here, yeah. We knocking them all off, no matter the cost, yeah. Thinking they want the beef until I defrost, yeah. Stop it. Talk to me, I follow law, so walk with me. Don't mistake it for sorcery, cause that is borderline blasphemy. It's just best you don't come for me. I got angel that'll blasphemy. Surf on my Mashiach happily. Watch him running like an athlete. Plus, I can hear the Ruah when it talk. Holy Spirit move me with a thought. Never go against it, what you thought. I'm an Israelite, we follow laws. If you love him, then you will follow his laws. They think it's done away with, but they off. They don't want to hear it cause it's hard. Just because you don't make it false. Demons think they hard, so they call they self-attacking me. Got me fired up, chapter 7, 2nd Maccabees. School of hard knocks, yeah, my angels be my faculty. Let them bust a move, the spiritual war gon' end with a casualty. Raphael grabbed the demons, Gabriel put him through it. Uriel aimed the arrow, Mikael got to pull it. I'm using the sword of the spirit, the demon they see it and fear it. Energy big as the planet, they cannot dodge a bullet. You better off if you repent, get the most high, your legion. Won't drop the ball, got me bent. You ain't got the ball like defense. We getting closer to the end. I can see the pattern like sequence. I'm the rapper that he sent to. One of the people that's decent to. Turn away from your ways, fast and praise. Don't go astray or make them wait, underlay. Do not play, get it straight in the faith. Cause truth be told, really, you can die today. I can hear the Ruah when it talk.
Hold up. Let me go back to that. Let me pause that real quick. This was first of all, this track is just hard. All right. So salute to the brother. Anivil, the servant. He reminds me of a baby brew that I met a long time ago at one of the summits. Hold on, I want y'all to hear this line real quick.
Stray or make them wait, underlay. Do not play, get it.
All right, let me do this real quick. I'm gonna play this audio. Tell me if y'all can hear this, okay? Listen to this line when he says, "Cause really you can die any day." Tell me what y'all think about this line. Hold on, and I'm gonna pull a scripture for that. All right, we also gonna do a sound check, get it cracking.
Straight in the faith, cause truth be told, really you can die today. I can hear the Ruah when it talk. Ariel put him through it. Uriel aimed the arrow, Mikael got to pull it. I'm using the sword of the spirit, the demon they see it in fear. Energy big as a planet, they cannot dodge a bullet. You better off if you repent, get the most high, your legion. Won't drop the ball, got me bent. You ain't got the ball like defense. We getting closer to the end. I can see the pattern like sequence. See, I'm the rapper that he sent to. One of the people that's decent to. Turn away from your ways, fast and praise. Don't go astray or make him wait on delay.
Don't go astray or make him wait on delay. Hold on, wait. It's so many bars in here, but it's this part right here, real quick.
Do not play, get it straight in the faith.
Do not play, get it straight in the faith.
Cause truth be told, really, you can die today.
Check this out. Cause truth be told, really, you can die today. Your time is always, KJV. There was a very wonderful man, and his name is Yahushua Hamashiach, who the world ignorantly and sometimes accidentally calls Jesus Christ, and it's only because of what we were taught. It's not a bad thing, all right? He saved, he preserved us with his name, all right? And I do sincerely and wholeheartedly believe that every knee will bow and every tongue will confess that Hamashiach Yahushua is king, all right? So his memory, his memorial is saved. Let's check this out real quick. This is the book of John, chapter 7. Now, this is John and his relationship with his brothers. All right. So Christ, if you are a friend or a family member, you might be a part of that 1%, 2%, 3%, 4% that just don't fit in. It's okay. I am your fellow exile. All right. So enjoy your journey. Don't be too hurt when the world turns against you, because remember, the world turned against Christ. And as one of my elders told me earlier, Hamashiach Yahushua, he said it. What did he say? He said that the love of the world is not in the world. Excuse me, the love of the Father is not in the world. So the majority of the world, you know what I'm saying, they don't even know Yahweh. They don't even know Yahushua. We really don't. I don't. We're learning him, right? It's a prove a friend situation. Now check this out. This is Christ's brothers. If you've ever been downput, you've been downplayed, you see me, you've been, listen, man, it's okay. Listen, it's okay. It's gonna get better. Watch this. This is Christ's own brothers coming against him. After these things, Yahushai, right? Yahushai. Some people say Isa. Some people say Yeshua. Say what you say. If you say Jesus, say Jesus, right? If you say Jesus, say Jesus. There's nothing wrong with that. All praise the Most High. And I'm one who used to be like, well, I've grown up. All right. After these things, Yahushai, Jesus, walked in Galilee, for he would not walk in jewelry. Why wouldn't Yahushua walk around other Israelites from the tribe of Judah? Because we wanted to kill him. We couldn't stand him. Why? Because there were some people who started talking bad, who started slandering, who started whoopty-whoopty-woo. And now all of a sudden, everybody against him. I'm starting to see it more. When I was playing with mud, when I was playing with dirt, when I was playing on a roof by myself, and the bad boys was being bad, I'm starting to see it more now. Yahushua wouldn't walk around to other Jews' jewelry. Why? Because Jews sought to kill him. Completely against Hamashiach. When you go and read some of these fun animals about Christ, you'll see that he was playing with doves, making clay birds, and he'd clap his hands and the clay birds fly away. As a baby, it was all type of wonderful things happening with Hamashiach Yahushua, but it's not written about in our standard contemporary Bible, and I'm not coming against our Bible because you should read it, right? Now watch this. Now the Jews or the Israelites, feast of what? Of tabernacles was at hand. What's the Feast of Tabernacles? It's the time frame when we go outside. It's usually, I believe it's full moon. We go outside and we sleep outside. It's a week-long feast, holy convocation. And somebody correct me. I'm usually on with the moon, but I might be wrong on this one. So the point of outside from the lunar phase, which we should know, it's a holy convocation called Shakawath, or tabernacles, or booths. And what we should do is we should remember that Yahweh protected us and he kept us in dwelling places when we came out of the captivity in Egypt. It's a big deal. He fed us bread from heaven. He protected us from our enemies. Oh, I mean, just so many things. I could just go over and over. He drowned the Egyptians. You feel me? He gave us water from a rock. Tabernacle. So remember the time frame of tabernacle, the Feast of Booths. Teach it to your children, right? So Hamashiach, Jesus, Yahushai, kept the Feast of Tabernacles. So what are you Negroes doing not keeping the Feast of Tabernacles? What are you Negroes doing keeping Christmas, Easter, Thanksgiving, Valentine's Day? Are you out of your rabbity ever loving last mind? Now I got to do it. I got to do it. I got to. He got to go. He got to go. Lupercalia. That's not what I said. Let's try that again. Roman holiday Lupercalia. Did we get it? We got it. Okay, so check this out. All right, so check. We're just gonna pull up some images. What are you Negroes doing? Keeping this? Y'all keeping Lupercalia? You know, Lupercalia is a day based off of beating your wife and having sex with animals. You do know that, right? So when you watch Sabrina the Teenage Witch, when you watched, you know, I don't know what these shows are. I don't know. I'm not into it. I mean, I be watching stuff, but I really don't like watching shows by myself. I like watching with friends and family. Like, I like watching shows with each other, man. But Israelites don't know how to come together, man. It's sad, man. It's sad. Yasha'Allah don't know how to come together, man. And Yasha'Allah really do pick at, destroy, and tear each other apart, man. It's so sad, man. From the mothers destroying the families and the children, separating the husbands, being comfortable in whatever they living in. And I'm talking not just one example, many examples I've seen. From that all the way down to brothers just not coming together for the Shabbat. It's so terrible. Now I know why my father drank so much. Now I know why my father was so, why he frowned so much. He was such a beautiful man. Now I know why my father would never, ever, ever, my Abba would not sit there and express himself to everybody, but in front of certain people, man, because he knew it really didn't matter. It does matter. It really does, but it doesn't matter. It does, but it doesn't. Why? Because the choices that people make are against God. Lupercalia is a day. You see her? She about to get flogged. She about to get the floggy worlds. Him, both of these Bati boys. And guess what? They was with it. You know what? I just might celebrate Lupercalia this year. Are there any women that are into domestic violence? Would you like to be slapped and or choked? Come and spend Valentine's Day with me. I will teach you the true meaning of Lupercalia. Roman holiday, Lupercalia, Valentine's Day connection. That's it. I did not say super California, but all praise the Most High. Pray for California. Look at this. When you're keeping Valentine's Day and giving women hearts and chocolates and candies, you are a buffoon. And she a coon for keeping it with you. I don't want no woman that's going to participate in that because we ain't on the same page, literally. The symbol of the heart is the symbol of a seed called the cellophane seed that women used to eat, and it will perform abortions. It's the original contraceptive. I love talking about it, but goodness gracious, we're so sick that our people don't listen. The history of Valentine's Day, it doesn't go back to just Saint Valentine's. Yes, there was a man named Saint Valentine, Valentino. But look at this right here. What does this have to do with Valentine's Day? What does 3 men holding a woman and beating the brakes off of her and then possibly having sex with her? But we're definitely gonna have sex with the goat. That's gonna happen. Oh, we're definitely gonna hit this lamb. This goat, oh yeah, I've been looking at little Mancy all year. Little Mancy is only 2 years old, and on Lupercalia, guess what? See, you got to know the history of these things. Marriage, according to the Bible, is not marriage according to the Western society. And you can't forget that, Yasha'Allah. You can't forget that you were sold into captivity. Let me bring this down. My bad. Salakliya. You can't forget, Yasha'Allah, that you were sold into captivity in the Western society. All right. You can't forget that. Hold on. I want to listen to some instrumentals. But I have this study music that I listen to called the Bayman Brothers, and I like sharing their music because they do all regular natural instruments. They play instruments you've never heard of ever, and it's just beautiful. All right. Let's get but that's not what I'm gonna listen to tonight. I wish I can get my brothers on here, man. There's so many brothers that be spitting knowledge and dropping jewels, man. But when it comes time, it's like, man, I need you brothers, man. Why ain't there a court? Where is Mashra Yasha'Allah? Why ain't there emerge? You know what? Never mind. Everybody, I want to encourage y'all to continue the path that you're on. Have faith in Yahweh Shai Hamashiach. If you feel like you need to join a camp or school, do so. I'm not going to tell you don't do it. I'm not going to tell you don't do it. All right. But I will say this. Have but one counselor, and that counselor has to be Yahweh. Counsel amongst many, but have one counselor, and that counselor has to be Yahweh, and you have to hear that connection in your mind and your heart and telling you what to do. If Yahweh's telling you to sue them because they did you wrong, flat out. And you kept telling them, don't do me wrong, sue them. Sue them. It's in the Torah. Take them to court. If Yahweh tells you to forgive them, forgive them. Have mercy on them. Now, I'm Torah, all right? But at the end of the day, be at peace with your mind, all right? Be at peace with your mind and have a connection with Yahweh more than a camp, school, community of just, you know, people who all believe the same, all right? Just do what you can to have the best relationship with Yahweh according to how he has you walk, as long as you're not violating the Torah. If the Most High tells you to keep his holy days, keep his holy days. Okay? If the Most High tells you to rest, rest. If the Most High tells you to submit, submit. If the Most High tells you to fight, fight. There's a time for everything, Yasharallah. All right? And if the Most High tells you to forgive, forgive. And guess what? Forgiving is a part of fighting. Forgiving is a part of fighting yourself, fighting your own flesh. Ask me. Within these past, I'm going to say 5 years, man, the Most High ain't been doing nothing but growing me up, man. And I'm very grateful for it. So one of the main things that the Father's been growing me in has been marriage. So this is what I want to speak about right now. All right. I said Mormons, marriage, new moon, and more. And earlier we went over new moon. And I called a couple elders whack. If your elder whack, your elder whack. It ain't my fault. Don't be mad at me because I said it. Yeah, I'm whack. I am whack. My name is Crumworm the Hebrew. How whack? How much more whack can you be? All right. But this is what the Father has on my mind today pertaining to the topics. And I'm in an Israelite marriage group, which is really cool. I'm having such a fun time in there. I mean, a lot of beautiful Yashar Alium. I mean, a lot of beautiful Israelites, a lot of beautiful Gentiles. All right. Because we have Gentiles and we have Israelites that are mingled together. And I'm a Gentile. How about that? All right. But we're having a really beautiful time enjoying ourselves. You feel me? And just being, you know, a part of a community. All right. So that's on Facebook. And I want to give a salute to them because they've been on there rocking. All right. So in the process of what I want to do now is I would like to read a couple scriptures. Now, we got a few things up. And for those who have ears, let them hear. For those who have eyes to see, let them see. All right. I'm going to be reading from this page also. Okay. This page is called New Advent. New Advent is really fun because it really has a lot of information on it that, you know, goes back to the Hebrew culture. And that's what I'm all about. All right. I don't care what religion you are. Your religion go back to my culture. Flat out. Unless you just a heathen Gentile all the way over there. If you Naya Bingi, if you are Seventh-day Adventist, if you Mormon, if you are Jehovah's Witness, if you Islamic, all of your cultures come back to, all of your belief systems come back to my culture. So when I'm standing here looking at people, and I got to take myself and put myself back in my pocket, I have to remember to be humble. And it's not an easy journey. Also, forgiving is not an easy journey because you're constantly going to be offended. Let's get back to this real quick. So these are some of the things that we're going to read over. But forgiving is so powerful, man. It's powerful and it's beautiful. Oh, it's so beautiful to forgive, man. The reward from forgiving is beautiful. So we're going to look at a couple things. All right. Let's start back with John. John chapter 7. This is when Christ's brothers didn't believe in him, right? So that young man that was in that song, he said, but really you can die in a day or something like that. His verse was crazy hard, man. So Let's read this real quick. This is what Christ said, right? So it was the Feast of Tabernacles. I'm gonna start over for a few lectures right there. John chapter 7, verse Achad. Achad is in our language. John chapter 7, verse Achad. After these things, Yahushua walked in Galilee. For he would not walk in Jewry. So he stayed, in his lane. He wouldn't go around other Israelites. You know certain brothers that just don't like you. They don't like you. You can't do nothing about it. They're mean kids on the playground, little mean fat kids. You just mean. It ain't about you being fat. You just mean. I shouldn't even call you fat. I should say, because that was mean to me. I'm fat. Just mean. So Yahushua wouldn't walk in Jewry because the Israelites, Jews, sought to kill him. Now the Feast of Tabernacles was at hand. His brethren therefore said unto him, depart hence, go into Judea. What? You can automatically tell when somebody coming at you sideways. Let's look at this. Hey, man, get up from out of here, man. Hey, bang out, homie. Go up there with the rest of the Jews. Let's make it plain. What the women say, make it make sense. And they don't even make sense half of the damn time. Make it make sense. Let's make it make sense. Yasher Allah, our people, the Israelites, we had a problem and we sought to kill Christ. Galilee was where Christ was hanging out at, and he would not walk where the other Judites, because Negroes, we like to roast each other. We like to be like, oh, look at his shoes. Don't he look stupid? Oh, why he talk like that? Ain't he so weird? Look at him over there. Look at what is he over there doing? Pfft, man. Israelite sisters like to murmur about other women. Why? Why, man? It's so disgusting. I know why. I know why. It's a part of the curse. It says so in the scriptures, but I'm just gonna say why to y'all. When y'all gonna get over it, man? Because I know men, we're over it. We over it, man. But Yasher Allah, we devour and pluck and pull down each other. It shouldn't be like that, man. We're the most beautiful, loving people, but we're also the most hurtful people too. And we're also the most hurting people, I believe. So check this out. Because Yahushua wouldn't do that, his brothers is roasting him. Don't you know it feels bad if you're a big sister and you hurt your little sister's feelings? If you're a big sister and you hurt your little brother's feelings, it hurts our feelings. I am the baby of my siblings as far as I know. I've never been a big brother. I've always wanted to be a big brother because I always thought I'd be a good big brother because I know what having a mean big brother is like. I know what it's like to have a big brother that shat on everything that you did or made a joke or a mockery or just put you down in front of your friends and families, and now no more. You don't have any friends no more because all of your friends are now his friends, and he's made all his friends not like you. I know what that feels like, so I always knew I would be a good big brother. Yahushua had to suffer so many things. Look at this. His brethren therefore said to him, depart hence and go up into Judea, that thy disciples may see thy works that thou doest. For there is no man that doeth anything in secret and hideth himself. Do anything in secret, and he himself seeketh to be known openly. I'm mixing up my translations, so I apologize. Let me read that again. For there is no man that doeth anything in secret, and he himself seeketh to be known openly. Watch this. If thou do these things, show thyself to the world. Or in other words, you really, a word, nigga, you little JoJo. You little Joseph. Y'all know the name Yahushua, Joshua. Joshua is the same name. You little Josh. Yahushua, you think you're the Messiah. You think it's something special about you? All right, well, I dare you to go up here and do that in front of all of these other white people. Do that in front of all these supervisors. Do that in front of all these other Israelites. Do that in front of all of these other co-workers. Do that in front of all of these other. Why challenge somebody who's doing good just so you can try to see them fall? You the devil that the Bible speak of. And in this case, Yahushua's brothers was being devils. I'm not calling them devils because they are elders. They are the apostles of Christ. But they were being devils. They were being devils. They were making mockery of their Ach. Now, the top verse tells us that Yahushua didn't want to go in front of everybody. He wanted to be alone because everybody was against him and his own brothers. For neither did his brethren believe in him. Look at that. How bad does that hurt? They don't just say him. They say believe in him. Man, let me say salute to all of my friends, family, comrades, all of the bottom barrels. You don't got nobody else to lean on, nobody to depend on, nobody hear your story, nobody see your side. You always do wrong. You a woman and you accused of being this, and you're not really that. You a man and you're not this. You accused of being that. Man, listen, Hamashiach gonna do it first. And if we don't go through it, then we're not really his servants. How can we relate to him if we didn't go through the things he go through? So for you and your own personal journey, don't worry. Yahushua went through it first. Neither did his brethren believe in. Then Yahushua said unto them, now, this is where I get in trouble at. I don't mean to, but for some reason, this is just what happens. Yahushua said what? He said, my time is not yet come, but your time is always ready. Ain't that a cold statement? Do y'all think Yahushua Hamashiach, who the world ignorantly and sometimes accidentally calls Jesus Christ, do y'all think he shut them down? Do y'all think they had a comeback? I say that they didn't. They didn't have a comeback for that. Yahushua had to man up on them. And it's so hurtful that the people that you love, you usually have to be the one to man up on, because they think kindness is weakness, and it's not. Kindness is strength. Kindness, love is strength. It's so powerful to be nice, to be loving. It's so powerful to look at people that you know don't like you, despise you, they walk away from you, they got certain attributes they don't want to bring. You don't want to. It's so powerful to be the opposite of how they're being. And I'm gonna tell you the truth. It's also gonna make you very alone. So Yahushua's brothers are like this, or like this. Yahushua's brothers that couldn't have felt good. Take it from my advice. It doesn't feel good. Don't take my advice. I'm a crumb worm. Don't Google me. There's nothing to see. My time has not yet come, but you can die at any minute. It ain't my time to die. It ain't my time to go out, but you can get smoked anytime. Nah, I ain't going out like that. Y'all go out like that if y'all want to. Today. Yahushua was cold with it. And people don't give glory to Christ the King. What's wrong with you? Let's read some more. I wanted to bring it up because that's what that baby Bruce said in his verse. And it was hard. And I'm too real to be fake. And I can't not give the baby Bruce props. All right. Let's go to this real quick. Hold on. I want y'all to hear this last bar.
You better off if you repent, get the most high, your legion. Won't drop the ball, got me bent. You ain't got the ball like defense. We getting closer to the end. I can see the pattern like sequence. See, I'm the rapper that he sent to. One of the people that's decent to. Turn away from your ways, fast and praise. Don't go astray or make them wait on delay. Do not play, get it straight in the faith. Cause truth be told, really, you can die today.
That was hard. Because truth be told, Romans 7. I can't. I don't know. I'm not a rapper. Because truth be told, my time has not yet come, but your time is always ready. So we get our life, we get our situations, we got our relationships right with the Most High right now while we can. Bahasham, Hamashiach, Yahushua, in the name of Yahushua, the Messiah, the Savior. Get it time. Get it time. Get it right now, because your time is always ready, just like my time is always ready. So I'm not going to live the last parts of my Israelite life like I lived the first parts of my Israelite life. All right. Do some different things. All right. So I do want to finish reading what Yahushua HaMashiach said, because he had to man up on him. Yahushua HaMashiach, the Savior, had to growl on him. He had to show him something. And you know how beautiful it is that he gave this example for us? Watch this. Yahushua said unto them, my time is not yet come, but your time is always ready. The world cannot hate you. but it hateth me because I testifieth of it, and that the works thereof are evil. Go ye up unto this feast. I go not up unto this feast, for my time is not full come. Because really, you can die today. Woo! Read that, Romans chapter 7. When y'all get a chance, check it out. Let's get over into this real quick. Now let's look at marriage. I want to give salute to the baby brew. All right, he did an excellent job. Let me show it. This is his whoopty whams. All right, that's just fire, man. You can't make this stuff up. Let me go ahead and hit that subscribe because I haven't done it yet. And I'm going to go ahead and get out another whoopty whams. I hope y'all can see this. And then also there's another special thing I'm going to do. I'm going to, let me see. Can you do this? Oh, you can't remix that. That's so fire. Okay. All right. But then there's another thing I want to do. I want to, maybe I have to up all notifications. So when Baby Brew, y'all do that on my YouTube, my YouTube too. Turn on the all notifications so when it pop up, y'all be able to see it. All right. So there go to Baby Brew's page, man. Support one another. All right. And then look at this, man. Look at this, man. Come on. Come on, Yasharala. Yeah, look, all I got to say is this right here. I don't have to live in a Gentile world. Y'all live in a Gentile world. I don't have to. I live in the world, but I'm not of the world. All right. So I want to encourage y'all to do the same. Let's get to our Quara'ayan. Let's get to our Quara'ayan. What is Quara'a? Quara'a is call out. Quara'ayan is call outs, calling out. All right. It's another way of saying, let's get to our readings. Okay. Let's get to our readings real quick. And I'm going to let the instrumental play because I like it. I just hope that they don't be like, oh, you played our music. You want to see? I'm like, sue me then, heathen. I'm calling my Jewish friends. All right. So let's get to this real quick. 1 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 1. Now concerning the things whereof you told to me, it is good for a man not to touch a woman. All right. So it's good for us to not be sexually active if we can. If you're a young man, don't masturbate. I'm almost 50, and I've done enough tugging for you and me. I've tugged the whole boat across the ocean. You don't have to do it. It's not fun, and it takes your energy. Save your energy, your strength. All right. No shooting craps. All right. What else? No mixing the blender. What else? Well, I mean, I don't know. We can do this all day, but I want to get to the point. So it's better if we stay set apart. I've been practicing my abstinence or celibacy, and my ribs have been helping me. My ribs haven't been giving me none. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's up. That's helpful. You know what I'm saying? And I'll say this, you know, with my so it's, you know, it's easy, you know, but I do want to say this. There is a spiritual power, a spiritual virility, a spiritual strength. And I've been taking my vitamins, my herbs. I've been working out regularly, so I know that my testosterone is right now. You know what I'm saying? I've been drinking my healthy honesty drinks. So with that, there is a spiritual buildup that you get. So I want to encourage you men to try to get there. A while back, I put a Facebook post up, and it was you know, it was some type of challenge. I said, you know, hey men, where y'all at? Let's be set apart challenge or something like that. It was crazy. But not many people joined it, and I'm okay with that because I gotta be first. Maybe next time, you brothers can catch up with me. All right, so it's better if we do not touch a woman. All right, there's so much to go into that. Now, if you have to, absolutely do. But it's good if you don't. All right, you can be set apart. Now, I'm not telling brothers don't deal with women at all whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? Because I do. I'm poly all day. You're hearing this advice from a poly man. You had a poly man telling you to be abstinent. What does that look like? I've been poly for over 10 years, honestly and openly. I've never taken one wife deceitfully or connivingly. I've never beaten. I've never stole from my wives. You know, you can't steal from your wife. It's your property. But none of my wives' children have ever been harmed, hurt, molested, ever. I've been practicing poly life, one man, and that one man is the head of the household, having children with only his wives. So now you have a poly man telling you, brothers, practice abstinence, even in your religion. Okay? Now, if you're just completely abstinent, that's best. If you're completely monogamous, you know, then do what you do. I can't get into that. But if you're a virgin, that's the best, best, best. So salute to all the Naquas, to all the pures, all right, to all of the Nazarites, the really pures, all right. Well, let's get into this. Because we are men and we are women, we have urges, and I'm gonna stunt. I get hot. I wake up putting a specific energy out there when I wake up every morning. All praise as a Father waking up. So, nevertheless, to avoid jacking off, to avoid flicking the beam, because some of y'all sisters ain't got no fingertips, and I know why you ain't got no fingertips. I know why your fingertips look like nubs. You can't hide it. Your fingertips look like ET fingertips. And when you shook my hand, your fingertips felt like you had suction cups on the bottom of them. I know why. You've been flicking that man in the boat a little bit too much. Well, what that does is that desensitizes the area, and it makes it harder for the woman to be pleased. And she has to vigorously try to do more. And then she says, well, you don't do it for me. No, woman, you don't do it for yourself. So I personally, even though I have had a life of flapping, I've lived a life. I've done things, you know, all right, this is after hours, so I'm going to speak a little bit specifically. Even though I don't encourage others to. I currently don't. And I'm not going to say for how long or whatever. That's my journey. I don't talk about my personal sex life. I just have it. Now, if you're a part of it, or if you would like to have a baby, you know, not that. If you already got a couple, we're just over there now. But the point of saying such is to say, to avoid fornication, let every man have his own woman. And let every woman, let every woman have her own husband. Now let's look at this real quick, because some people believe that this is a verse that actually comes against polygyny, but it's not. It's not at all. Every woman should belong to a man. If you want to be protected, if you want to have a covering, if you want to have a head, and if you already have a head and you left your head, you are a piece of paper that I really do not feel like discussing right now. Women should not be leaving their husband's head. I am not the one who supports that. That's not me. First thing I'm gonna tell you to do is go back to your man. Stop talking to me. If you belong to somebody, I can't stand that. So every woman should have for himself, for themselves, for yourselves, for ourselves, for itself, for there, for itself. You should have your own personal possession. All right. Now this is our Greek, and my Greek isn't on point all the way yet. All right. Heotu. Let's see. Heotu.
Strong's G 1438. Heotu.
Outer.
Heotu.
Ow. So it's awa. It's awa. So Heotu. All right. So this is your own personal possession. Now let me tell you something. You should have Heotu children, your own children. Your children aren't my children. My children are my children. Now, as a nation, do we raise each other's children, family together? Yes, we absolutely do. But my possession is mine. What's yours is yours. I don't share my bed with anybody. All right. And it makes me so mad that these women are so cowardice that they won't just confess their fornications, and they will suffer a man to live in their wickedness. Men, it hurts me so bad to see that y'all are so quick to discard and throw away your wives just to get a new one. You corny to me. Y'all not real poly. Y'all baby poly. Y'all ain't even poly. Y'all probably. Y'all ain't even poly. Y'all probably poly. Men do not divorce or throw away their first wife, second wife, third wife. You don't throw away and get rid of your wife. You Negroes is weird for that. Y'all mad weird to me, son. And you women leaving your husbands, y'all just 304s and fringes, flat out. One of my brothers said, well, it's temporary. It's so sad. But if you really can't abstain, it's better to avoid fornication. You should have your own woman, and every woman should have her own man. Those of you who know me, y'all know I don't talk to other men's women. She'd be better if she don't approach me, because I'm a rebuker in public. And all the women that's around that don't have a man, they're gonna be like, oh yeah, that's the man that I want, and they're gonna come over and talk to me. That's how it always works. And I love it. And I have an open door policy. My arms be open. I'll be like, y'all come over here. You ain't got no man, come here. You got a man, get over there. Get away from me. You are that man's possession. And that's how it has to be. That's how we keep each other safe. We keep each other safe by protecting each other's possessions, not wanting each other's possessions. You keep each other safe by, hey, that's your dog. Hey, bro, your dog over here trying to eat in my field, man. Hey, go back over there to your master. Hey, bro, yeah, I seen your son, man. Yeah, man, he was up there, man. He was he was robbing old ladies' purses. That's your son, man. I got your back, man. I'm gonna protect your possession. Hey, bro, that's your woman. Hey, man, I seen your woman, my brother's man. I seen that brother talking to that man's wife. I'm going to tell on all y'all wicked Negroes because y'all the reason we in slavery and captivity in the first place. Negroes can't even have a decent marriage because Israelites don't believe in helping keep other Israelites' marriages together. It's disgusting. It's hurtful. So you do have some women who really want to be coveted forever. And you have some women who want to temporarily operate with a man. They'll even have a baby with a man, call themselves the worst thing ever, and then go and trot off into the land of wherever. But it's not supposed to be like that. All you Israelites think this is standard. If nobody's ever told you, let me show you. To avoid fornication, let every man have his own wife, and let every woman have her own husband. Let the husband render unto the wife due benevolence, and likewise also the wife unto the husband. Let's explain this. A woman is supposed to give her husband due benevolence. These women are such liars. They would rather say they was never in a marriage than have sex with their husband. These husbands are such liars. They will make up anything that they can in their imaginary head to give a reason why they won't have sex with their wife. Y'all are weird. Due benevolence is taking out the trash, such as rendering the woman kindness, giving her a hug, a kiss on the cheek, and to going downtown like all the songs in the 90s used to say. And when I go downtown, that's the way to shut up. Shut up. I give you what I want to give you. You're my life. I love you. Come here, baby. You don't got to do that. I got you. No, nibble on your neck. No. Yeah, y'all felt that, right? Y'all felt that nibble on you feel my beard hairs? No, on your neck. That's due benevolence. Women are supposed to be like, come here, I got you, baby. I talked to one of my sisters. She was like, oh, no sweat. She's like, I got you. I was like, I'm fasting right now. She's like, Due benevolence is what's owed to a person. Now, I never stop here because I don't do artificial intelligence knowledge only. Okay, I don't like to do just AI with. Okay, I don't like that. Matter of fact, let's do this. Let's do this real quick. So, due benevolence. Let's open up our handy tools. Okay. All right. Husband render unto the wife due. And this is the word that we're going to look at. All right. G2133. Let's get our pronunciation. What do y'all think this sound is? Yo noya. You wait. You gotta remember the vowels in Greek are different, right? They're different. But I'm gonna go with yo noya. There's nothing wrong with being wrong. Let's try it.
Strong's G 2133. You know ya.
You know ya. Hey man, you know ya. What you want? You know ya. Give me what I want. Women that don't give goodwill or kindness to a husband, you a whole abomination. You can't possibly say you worship Yahweh. Men that don't give goodwill or kindness to their woman, nigga, you a whole abomination. You don't give goodwill or kindness to your woman? I'm getting some weird energy vibes here. You know ya. What you want, baby? You know ya. You know ya. All right, look at this. Conjugal duty, benevolence, goodwill. How hard is that to be loving? Kindness? Come on, man. You know ya. I like that. That's beautiful. I might name my daughter. The next daughter I have, I might name her. Anybody like? Are there any daughters of Israel that don't have children? You know ya. That's a beautiful name. Let the husband render unto. Oh, matter of fact, I need to make a proclamation. I'm not having any more. I'm off the market. I'm not having any more children Israelites. Sorry, I'm off the market. But I will be taking concubines. All right, Genesis chapter 25. I'll be taking concubines. All right, so no more Israelite wives. No. All I'm straight. Boom. They didn't keep their covenant. This is just weird. Hold on. Genesis chapter 25, KJV. All right. Genesis chapter 25. I know some of y'all like, oh, but I'm an Israelite. You better go ask your mama, was your daddy heathen? If your daddy was a heathen, you might stand a shot with me as a concubine. All right, so let's get this real quick. Genesis chapter 25, verse 1. And this is our father Abraham. And Abraham took a wife, and her name was Keturah, and she bare him Zimran and Jokshan and Medan and Midian and Medan and Ishbak and Shua. Now, when we're looking at the Midianites, this is where the Midianites come from. For all of those of you who like Balaam, if you like the story of Balaam and Balak, Balaam and Balaam, Balaam and Balaam, Balaam and Balaam, Balaam. If you like Balaam, then this is where Balaam came from. He was a Midianite, so he was of the stock of Abraham, which means Balaam was a Semitic man. All right, but let's get back to this now. And this is the bloodline. Let's read on first. And Jokshan begat Sheba and Dedan. The sons of Dedan were Ashurim and Letzum and Luminum. And the sons of Midian is Ephah, Epher, Hanach, Abadah, Eldad. These were the children of Keturah. Hold on, it gets better. And Abraham gave all that he had unto Isaac. Right? That's the son that was born out of our mother, Sarah, right? Look at this. But unto the sons of the concubines, hold on. You mean to tell me my father Abraham had concubines? Y'all thought I was playing when I was saying invite a snow bunny to the Shabbat? No, sir. Absolutely wasn't. I need to put a jolt in the children of Israel because they're kind of lame right now, real sleepy, real weird. Israelites, you women are supposed to be helping the other nations, and we're going to read about that. We're still on the subject above. There's a very beautiful Gentile woman, a white woman, and she didn't commit fornication. She didn't commit adultery. Her husband died in a shipwreck. Her 2 sons died in a shipwreck. She went looking for them. And she was living out on the streets, and Israelite black women took her in. And guess what? She met the Apostle Peter. She had a hard life. She was begging for crumbs. She just wanted her husband and her baby boys to come home. And this was a white woman. She had a son. Her other son, his name was Clement. Well, through the power of God Almighty, his concubine, she wasn't a concubine, I'm sorry, she was a wife. She was actually reunited with her husband. This wife, I just read the word concubine, this woman, Gentile European woman, not only was her and her children, forever embedded in the annals of the Israelite history, they were also used as a good example of how Gentiles, how Israelites, how we, as a nation, Israelites, we took care of other nations. We took care of the Gentiles. How Gentiles came to us because we're the ones who everybody knows hold the record of God. Ain't nobody tripping on a whole bunch of like the way we do the Roman Catholic Church. Ain't nobody tripping off of that. Guess what? I got freedom of speech. Trump in office, freedom of speech is enacted. Booyah. Yahweh Christ is my king. So nobody's tripping off them in the Catholic Church robes. But that old black grandmama sitting in the kitchen, cutting up collard greens, got the wisdom of the Lord. Yes, we're the children of Israel. So we took in other nations, other people, and we talked in our ways. And it's so sick to see Israelite women can't help, can't defend, can't teach themselves. They would rather stay to themselves in the corner, let their own families, houses, husbands, children be destroyed as long as they shit good. As long as they good, they don't care. But they won't help not a lick in this nation. And it's so sad because they don't even help Gentile women come to the God that they serve. And I'm telling you, man, it's your job to do it. You brothers got to invite Gentiles in. You got to invite heathens in. You got to tell everybody about the love of Yahweh, because your counterpart and your co-worker, the ones that's supposed to be working with you, they're working against you, family. And y'all know it, man. You brothers know it. And you got some sisters trying to latch back on. And I'm going to tell y'all, the only way to do that is to be clingy. You women got to be clingy because you got to break the curse of all of the negative music and all of the wicked women. Y'all got to break the curse and be clingy. Don't allow yourselves to be abused. Don't allow yourself to be misled. But you got to start clinging to men of righteousness again so you can break the little Kim curse, the Nicki Minaj curse, so you can break the sexy red curse, so you can break the gorilla curse. That is the ugliest thing. Or her name is Gloria Hallelujah. And them Edomites and other people turned that poor little girl out. Gorilla's name is Gloria Hallelujah. And she says the most abominable things. She was supposed to be a vessel used for righteousness, and Hashatan snatched her up, and you black women support her, and y'all are helping destroy our nation. It's so sad. But my father Abraham had concubines. But unto the sons of the concubines which Abraham had, Abraham gave gifts and sent them away from Isaac his son, while he yet lived eastward unto the east country. So when I say concubinous, it is what it is. Right? So I currently don't have any concubines. I don't have any Gentile handmaids and servants, but I believe that I had one, but he had mental issues, and I was like, yeah, you're not safe. He was kind of like a rabid dog. You feel me? And the reason why I call him a rabid dog was because he would wake up in the middle of the night and put other people in danger. I had to get him away so other people would get hurt. So as soon as he got around other Gentiles, he turned instantly back into a perfect white boy. But when he was around us, he was all kind of, I'm like, yo, man, you're going to get somebody hurt, man. You're going to get us in trouble. You're going to get somebody hurt, man. So anyway, but Gentiles are coming, but not just Gentiles, you know what I'm saying? Better value or statue and character of women. Better value and statue and character of men in the truth. And we're going to help you develop. Now let's get back to this real quick. So you all can see we're in 1 Corinthians chapter 7. If you can keep up with me, if you like the way I flow, I mean, it is what it is. I'm not your teacher's teacher. I'm not a part of that. I teach how the Holy Spirit give me to teach. If you want to see something I said wrong, challenge me on it. You see my number? All right. So let's get it. So 1 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 3, let the husband render to the wife benevolence. Negro, you are commanded. And likewise, also the wife is the husband. Woman, you are commanded. But if you're a whore, you don't have to give that man anything. If you're for the world, if you're for the streets, if you can take yourself away without being, if that's what you are, then yes. No, you don't belong to anybody. You belong to the street. I don't know what to say about those women. They're not attractive. But a woman that wants to be compassionate to her husband, a woman that wants to, you women are priceless. Tatted on your back, you're priceless. You women are priceless. The wife hath not power of her own body, but the husband. And likewise also the husband hath not power of his own body, but the wife. Defraud ye not one another, except it be with consent for a time. This is the only stipulation to us ever really supposed to separate husbands and wives in Israel. We're commanded to not defraud. That's in everything. That's in speech. That's in food. Man, I used to get sad when I used to hear like certain stuff, and I just don't know more because I guess the scab is healing over. But you know, women are supposed to give their husbands their love and their passion. That comes from food, man. My rib gave me a plate of food not too long ago, and it broke my heart. I was so happy just to sit there and eat. I eat oatmeal. I eat cereal. I stay by myself. So I eat, like a man. I don't cook. I'm not like Zephaniah. I'm not like Luby Lang. These dudes are chefs. I'm not like Maharika. I'm crumb worm in Hebrew. I don't know how to cook for real. So my sister made me a beautiful plate, and it was something so simple that it made me break down in tears, man. Women, you are not to defraud one another. And if you pull up in your evil heart that you're not going to give, you're not going to do for your man, for your husband, you're wrong. This includes food, sex, conjugal visits. You don't just have to be sex, conjugal visits. But see, the only time that we are to defraud each other is just for a little bit of time. And there's a little bit of time so we can get stronger. All right? And it has to be with consent. We both got to agree on it. It can't be one person take themselves away because the other person just sitting there suffering. The other person is just like, where's my love at? Well, if you do that, you prove you really don't love your children. How can you be a mother or a father and you don't show love to the parent, but you claim you're showing love to the children? Don't you know that the children see you? You think you're invisible? What you think you a roach? Well, stop moving and everything gonna go away. No, you about to get smashed. Pause. Well, pause, no pause. You need to be smashed, right? Positively. Put that weight on. Weight. That's gonna be weird, man. I'm not fat no more, man. Oh man, I ain't been in the conjugal worlds in a minute. I'm not gonna know what to do. I'm gonna be like a virgin all over again. All right, so let's get back to this. Defraud ye not one another, except to be with consent for a time, that ye may give yourselves fasting and prayer. So that should be the only time that a husband and a wife are separate sexually, is if they fasting together, if they praying together. But some of these women are so stone cold liars that they'll go and eat their asses off. Next time you see them, they fat as hell. You fat. You ain't been fasting. I've been fasting. You fat. I just came off of being fat. Look to my sister. She's losing massive weight, man. I got a beautiful sister named Kanaya Wakanawan. She's putting in the hard work, the diligence. She's drinking her smoothies. She's working out. And she works from home and she's losing weight. How you got women that don't work from home, that work all day, that run all day, and they getting fat because they've been out living luxurious lives? They've been out living in luxury, and they're getting their body is testifying against them. So listen, the only time you're supposed to separate from your husband is if you separate, or men, the only time you're supposed to separate from your wives. Because Negroes can't be just putting away your women like that. You dudes is real weird for that. Y'all real nasty and weird for that. All right? It has to be with consent for a time that you may give yourselves to fasting and prayer. But look, and come together again. Be intimate again. The Bible promotes having sex. The Bible promotes physical intimacy between man and woman, husband and wife. Not my wife and you, not you and another man, another woman's husband, unless you don't have a husband. If you don't have a husband, yeah, you can become a second wife. And don't get scheming. Hey, listen, I don't want no women that listen. Let me do this real quick. Hold on, let me do this real quick. Hold on, let me help y'all out real quick. Hold on. I'm almost done. Hold on, because I gotta make this public statement announcement by. All right. I don't want none of y'all. Here, let me be very clear. I don't want none of y'all. I don't want none of y'all to think just because I've been living a polygynous life over 10 years that I am not accepting more ribs, because I am. I don't want you to think that I'm not going to have children anymore, because I will be. I don't want y'all to think I'm not going to be having any concubines. Come in. Get over in the can. Come in. You know how to sew? You know how to cook? Can you read the Bible? Can you take care of children? Are you consistent? What's your spiritual credit score like, sister? Hold on, wait, let me rephrase that. Sisters. Because I will marry two women at the same time. Better ask my ribs. Yes, he will. I'll come home with a new sister wife. Be like, here go your sister wife. Well, I don't do that anymore. I used to when I was younger. But I don't do that anymore, you know what I'm saying? But I could if I wanted to. I choose not to. And I also choose not to give wives off of a whim. But I don't want nobody to misunderstand. We are Yashala. We are Banya Yashala. If you don't have a husband, you need a head. You need to be up under a righteous covering. So one, you don't get molested. Two, you don't get passed around, because I accidentally dealt with a pass around. I didn't know. But you don't want to deal with a woman that's in the truth, that's been passed around by other men in the truth. It's disgusting. It's gross. And you never really come back from it. And especially if they pass you around and then they leave you, it's like, damn, she just don't keep getting passed around. Listen, you want to be careful. If you're a daughter of Israel, if you don't have a husband, be very circumspect and don't get with an immature man. Listen, men, don't get with women that have too much experience, and women don't get with men who have no experience. But the world is backwards. Women want men who have no experience, and men want women who have too much experience. Not I. Nope. High and tight. 1 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 5. And come together again, that Satan teach you not for your incontinency. Now, you do not know what incontinency means, so let me show you real quick. We're supposed to not stay far away from each other, that Satan don't tempt us from our lack of having sexual self-control. Because in the middle of the night, you're going to get hot. I ain't just talking about in bed. I'm talking about you're gonna get some tinglers and some twitchings, and you know what I'm saying, some things happen. And sometimes men, we have a natural body clock. All right. Men don't have a period, but we do have a menstrual cycle. We don't menstruate, but we have a cycle. We have a clock, and that clock is on a 24-hour schedule. That's why we wake up with healthy erections every morning. All right. That's why we wake up with healthy erections every morning, and the reason being is because we have a desire, and it comes up, and we can't stop it. So it's one of self-control, incontinency, or intemperance. All right. So we're supposed to give ourselves to one another, that Satan doesn't tempt us for our lack of having self-control. Now, I like to speak about masturbation. I like to speak about sex. I don't give people a negative comment. Listen, it's you know, if you have a freaky sexual relationship with your husband and your wife, that's what's up. I'm not about to be the one to come in your bedroom and be like, y'all can't do that. Hey, you can't do that. That's not me. I'm like, hey, I don't want to know. Do what you do. Because I know what happens in every individual's bedroom. Now, I do know one thing. According to the Torah, men are not supposed to be pegged. Okay? It's not lawful for a man to be pegged. And I believe all of you who are sexually mature know what that means. If you're a woman and you like to see men be pegged, you have to stop wanting to see that. It is unnatural. I know a lot of very beautiful women. Some of them women like to see unnatural acts. A lot of women have sexual parameters that we just don't even understand. Y'all want a whole different antenna. But there's some women who like to see men be pegged. Men are not meant to be entered into. So, brothers, that is one Torah offense that I can say. But as far as all the other stuff, people are like, you can't do this, you can't do that. You better get away from my dough. You better get away from my conversation with what's going on with me and my women, because whatever. That's the one thing that's not lawful. Men are not to be pegged. Okay. So the point of saying all that is to say this. The Father tells us to not defraud each other, right? And this is coming from our teacher, our Apostle Paul. He says, don't defraud each other. He says, but come together again, that Satan tempt you not for your incontinency. And some of you have been beguiled by Satan, just like Eve was beguiled by Satan. And it was so crazy when Eve was beguiled by Satan, her conversation didn't make no sense. So usually when people be lying, that brother don't make no sense. Man, you've been beguiled somewhere in your conversation. So you don't make no sense. You've been beguiled somewhere in your conversation. But if you've been honest, sincere, genuine, your answers are going to come easily. Your answers are going to come sincerely. You're going to come easily. And you're not going to have to worry about things. You just got to be honest. Be open. Be sincere. Give each other compassion. Pray for each other. Yo, start fasting with each other. Start fasting for each other. Verse 6. But I speak this by permission and not of commandment. For I would that all men were even as myself, but every man have his proper gift of God, one after this manner and another after that. So I want to look at this real quick. A lot of people think because Paul made the statement that he did not have a wife. For I would that all men were even as I myself. But every man has this proper gift of God. So let me explain this. Some people don't need to have sex. You have some men, some women, they just don't get sexually turned on. They are asexual. I'm not asexual. I'm not asexual at all. At all worlds. I am a performer and entertainer. When it goes down, it goes up. She asked me, she said, what's up? I said, my manhood, come knock it down. The point of saying such is to say, you have asexual people, you have people that are not asexual. All right. But everybody has their own proper gift. You may be a brother that's like, hey, you know what? I am just focused on the law, statutes, and commandments. I love being a virgin. I love being pure. I love singing. I love not being bad. I love that. That's my gift. I don't want a wife. I don't need a wife. I don't want to have women's secretions and their feelings on me. I don't want girls to, I just like being good. And if you're that type of boy, you're that type of man, keep being good. Because that's a proper gift of God. It is a proper gift of the Most High to stay set apart. It is a proper gift of Yahweh to be holy. To sleep peacefully and to wake up having good thoughts. Once you start having sex, the whole world shatters. I love the fact that I have children. I love my Eli and all of them. I also desire the days of my virginity, my purity, when I could hear the voice of the Lord more, when I didn't get in my passions, because I understand. I missed my days of my purity. So if you're still a virgin, if you're a boy, if you're a girl, stay a virgin, stay pure, stay set apart. Okay? So the Apostle Paul says this, for I would that all men were even as myself. The Apostle Paul did have a wife. His wife just didn't come with him on his mission. She stayed set apart. He stayed set apart. He says, but every man has his proper gift of God, one after this matter and another after that. I say, therefore, to the unmarried and widows, it is good for them that they abide, even as I. So for the unmarried and the widows, if you are truly a widowed man, and your husband or your wife has died, and you're a widowed man, and if you choose to stay alone, stay alone. If you're a widowed woman and your husband has died, your husband's dead, and you're alone, stay alone. It is good for them to abide, even as I. Paul kept himself set apart, even though he had a wife. But if they cannot contain, let them marry. For it is better to marry than to burn. In other words, if you are an unmarried man, or if you are a widow, it's good if you can stay set apart. But if you gotta have sex, it's better to marry, have sex. For it's better to marry, have sex, than it is to burn. Not just figuratively, but literally in a lake of fire. If you're a husband and you like being set apart, stay set apart. But when you need that moment, then get it from your man, get it from your woman. All right? It's better to consummate marriage than to be in a hot, lustful situation. Because, man, it's a trying thing. And you don't want to accidentally slip. So if you're in the truth, and you have a husband, you have a wife, continue in that. If you don't have one, it's good to continue in not having one. But if you're of the marriageable age and you know that you're gonna have sex, if you're a girl and you already know that you're popping your bean, you feel me, but you don't have a husband, it might be good to start talking to your father and to your mother about giving you away. And if you see an Israelite man that you like this young man that did that beautiful music, so I don't know if he's available or not, but you might see somebody in your age bracket. You might see somebody that's that's in your understanding bracket, in your financial bracket. There's so many lessons on marriage. We teach our sons how to do business, but we don't teach our sons how to find a good wife. That's not right. I know the writings on that. You gotta read that. All right. So, verse 10, and unto the married, like man, yet not I, but Yahweh, let not the wife depart from her. But and if she depart, let her remain be reconciled to her husband, and let not the husband put away his wife. But to the rest speak I, not the Lord. If any brother has a wife that believes not, and she be pleased to dwell with him, let him not put her away. So she might not be on the same level as you, but y'all already consummated. Okay? And she says, well, I don't want to go back out to them streets. If I go back out to them streets, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to be eating scrimp. I'm going to start eating scrimp again if I go into the streets. That's all I can think of as far as street. Going to the street and these scrimp, whatever. I don't know. But she might be like that. She might, and the brother might be like, well, I don't want to be with you because I don't like the way you dress. You dress like a harlot. You know what I'm saying? You dress like a Sanaa. You dress like I don't want that. I don't want that. And I've been that dude. I had a very beautiful sister. She had a cold body. She still got a cold body. I just didn't like that she dressed, you know what I'm saying, like she dressed. Well, I shouldn't have been like that with her. To a degree. I mean, it's disgusting, you know what I'm saying, for everybody to see her nakedness. But I was too hard on her. And I can't be like that anymore. So if she be pleased to dwell with him, let him not put her away. Ultimately, I didn't put her away. She ended up committing adultery. But she was brave enough to tell me. That's why I love her to this day. She's like, I'm sorry, I committed adultery last week. I was like, damn, why is it? Thanks for telling me, man. And our friendship continue, man. You know what I'm saying? She's a woman. All right. But we are not to put away our wives for any cause, brothers. You gotta stop being like that. brother has a wife that believes God and she wants to be with you, don't put her away, man. And you women that come into the truth, you got a husband, stop being harlots, man. I gotta say that. You women that put away men because that man ain't on the same level as you and you trying to upgrade to find you something better. Man, listen, man, you just did a shameful thing, man. You put away a man because he don't know as much as you. You have no idea what you may have done to the damage, you know what I'm saying, on him on the inside, you know what I'm saying? There wasn't enough in the world, and he came to the truth, and he met a sister, you know what I'm saying, he loved the sister, his life was changed, and then the sister left him because, again, he wasn't enough, not even the truth. Come on, man, y'all gotta stop breaking these man's hearts. Because you ultimately, you're cursing your own children, you're cursing yourself, you're destroying. Listen, man, you can't be with the one you love and love the one you get. And the woman which hath not a husband, the woman which has a husband that believe not, and if he be pleased to dwell with her, let her not leave him. Yo, you women got to stop being pass arounds, man. We be thinking that y'all be forever. You sisters is some damn pass arounds. Stop leaving your man, man. Because the end result is greater than what you knew if you just finished your work. For the unbelieving husband, I'm an unbeliever. I'm a wicked nigga. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. I'm not y'all in the truth. Y'all in the Israelite community. I'm an exile. I'm a nobody. I'm an unbelieving man. But if I had me, a believing wife, I do have a believing real. I don't have a wife. The word wife means bitch. I ain't got no bitches right now. I'll let y'all know what I just said. Maybe. I ain't gonna let y'all know. But the word wife actually means bitch. If you don't believe me, let me show you. Real quick, we're gonna take a quick trail, and if I say I have to do this obligation, the teacher in you does that. So if you women run around talking about, I'm your wife. I don't want a wife. What I want a wife. You have to put a ring on it. What I want a wife. You're running around calling yourself wife. You want to be a wife, and a wife is a wife. Wife is a wife. All right. All right. All right. So woman versus lady, woman, wife. What would be German female person? Wagen, also apparently, all right, let's start from up here. All right. Now, this is what we want you to see. Okay. All right. So we're going to go to the top of it. I want you to see this part too. All right. So start from the top, wife. Middle English, wife. From Old English, weef, user, woman, female, lady, also not especially white. Proto-Dramatic, all right? So proto-Dramatic, that's Hebrew. Nephi. Source of also Old Saxon, all right? Saxon is the sons of Isaac. So all this language goes back to the Hebrew. Anglo-Saxon means the angelic sons of Isaac, all right? So here's we have weef, we have Swedish viv, Middle Dutch weave, all right? Weeb, it's a weeb, it's a weeb. One certain origin and disputed etymology not found in Gothic. You know why it's not found in Gothic? Because in the Gothic language, we didn't call our wives wife. That's not my wife. That's my woman. That's my rib. She is my sister. Apparently, wife felt as inadequate in its basic sense, leading to a more distinctive formation, weefman, source woman, Dutch weef, which means in slang, girl babe, having softened from its earlier sense of bitch. So if you women out here want to be bitches and wives, go be that. I call my ribs my sisters. She is my sister. She is my sister. And you got these simple-minded, heathenistic dudes. You said that was no brother, that's your wife. What a wife. Ain't nobody talking to you, man. She is my sister. Because Abraham called his wife sister. I love you, my sister. And then you go to Adam and Eve, and and they weren't even sister and brother, but they were the same flesh. It's so sad how our people aren't teaching on this, man, and they're not learning and coming up with boo-boo doctrines. Your elder whack. I'm whacked. We all whack. We all whack. Let's get back to it. So 1 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 14. I hope y'all understood that. For the unbelieving husband is sanctified by the wife, and the unbelieving wife is sanctified by the husband. Else were your children unclean, but now are they holy. So it hurts so much to see that the children are affected by the decisions of the women. And I hate it with a passion. There's nothing I can do about it. The only thing I can do is tell the truth to my children when they get older. Here's the details of the facts. So here's the details of the facts. Women who leave their husbands pollute the children also. They destroy everything. Husbands who pollute and leave the wives, they destroy the children. So we have to work together. This ain't a halfway thing. It's a Lord, I'm running, trying to make 100 because 99 and a half won't do. Marriage in Israel is to be forever. I've never divorced one wife in Israel, but I've been made a widow even up to this year. Last week I was made a widow. Last week, man. But if the unbelieving depart, let them depart. A brother or sister is not in bondage in such a case, for God has called us to peace. For what knowest thou, O wife, whether thou shalt save thy husband? And what knowest thou, O man, whether thou shalt save thy wife? So you don't know. You just gonna give up on them? You whack for that. Don't give up on that woman. Don't give up on that man. But Yahweh has distributed to every man as Yahweh, but God has distributed to every man. But God has distributed to every man as the Lord hath called everyone, so let him walk. As so ordained I in all churches. I'm so sorry to see my unbelieving wives walk away from me. It's so hurtful. Especially when they usually molest me, they get children out of me, and then they go back into the world and they claim that they're in truth. It sucks so bad. But it also leaves a door of opportunity for new children, new wives, or new concubines, whatever. And it also gives a growth. But I just really wish the Israelites would stop doing this to each other and that they would stay with each other and keep their covenants. All right. It's very sad to see, that our culture is the most destructive, self-imploding, and we just want to be good, but we're surrounded by wickedness, man. And if that wickedness doesn't discriminate, it comes in different sexes, different ages. It doesn't discriminate. Let's read on. Is any man called circumcised? Let him become not uncircumcised. Is any called an uncircumcision? Is any man called being circumcised, or are you an Israelite and you're commanded to be circumcised? Let him not become uncircumcised. So don't go into their customs and don't do that whatever tradition that was about refolding our skin over, which is weird. Is any called in uncircumcision, or in other words, are you a Gentile and you weren't commanded to be circumcised? Hey, listen, let him not be circumcised. So if you're a Gentile and you weren't called into the covenant of circumcision, Israelite, you don't have to do that. What law says the Gentiles have to be circumcised? Abraham circumcised the Gentiles that was into his house. And if you want to come to the covenant of Yahweh, then do so. Do so. We're commanded to. You're not. Circumcision is nothing and uncircumcision is nothing but the keeping of the commandments of Allah. Let every man abide in the same calling wherein he was called. Right? Let's read on. This part is very special to me because a lot of people don't teach on it. And I don't know if I have any virgin children anymore outside of my son. My baby, I have five. Matter of fact, all praise I have 5 virgins. All praise, I'm winning. All praise, hallelujah. I have 5 buffalo. I have 5 virgins. So, man, I just had a taste of ginger snap cookies. Ginger snap cookies. Y'all don't even know. One of my ribs, man. She would give me ginger snap cookies. I'll be like, so I have a taste of ginger snap cookies. Let's get back to this though. So 1 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 25. Now concerning virgins, I have no commandment of Yahweh, yet I give my judgment as one that hath attained mercy from Yahweh to be faithful. So here's our suggestion when it comes to Bachelor and the virgins. I suppose, therefore, that it is good for the present distress, I say, that it is good for a man so to be. Art thou bound unto a wife? Seek not to be loose. I want to divorce this chick so bad, and I can't. I don't want to for the sake of wickedness, or for the sake of, but it's just like, oh man, my wife. And I just can't divorce her. The scripture says if you have two wives, one you love, one you hate. No man hates his wife for no reason. You have to hate a woman because of her behavior, her actions, her things. You don't hate a woman just because I just hate you. No, we love our wives, and it's usually their production of whatever they got going on. They usually turns inside of passions. All right. But if you are bound to a wife, brother, you can't divorce your wife. You can't seek to be loose. If you're a brother and you screaming about divorcing your wife all the time, I'll be off as hell. And so am I. Art thou loose from a wife? Seek not a wife. That's a good one, boy. I know somebody was like, oh, your wife just left you. Don't get a new wife, Negro. So verse 28. But if thou marry, thou hast not sinned. And if a virgin marry, she hath not sinned. Nevertheless, such shall have trouble in the flesh. But I spare you. So in other words, if you are a set apart man or if you are a set apart woman, it's better to be set apart. If you're a woman that's a sincere virgin and you get into a relationship, you get with a marriage, you get with a man, it's not a sin if you had done that. But after you do that, you're going to have trouble in the world. You're going to have trouble in the flesh. So it's better to be set apart in the Most High, because once you come into the sexual words, you come into the sexy words, you're going to run into all types of issues. All right. This goes on. I want to piggyback up a little bit later. All right. It's getting kind of late. I just got back from the I feel all good, man. I ain't got nobody to celebrate my victories with. So I'm gonna hold this page and then try to finish this up maybe in the morning. If anybody want to join me, we'll do it too. All right. Mormons, new moon, and marriage. So we're on the marriage subject right now. We ain't even got to the new moon subject yet. Matter of fact, let's finish reading on. Let's pick it back up. Save something. All right, say something. All right, so with that being said, Yabarakakum, Yahweh Basham Hamashiach Yahushai, the Most High bless you all in the name of Christ the Messiah. All right, we want to encourage all of you husbands who have women and have children, stay with your wives, stay with your women who produce children. If you have fruitful women, and it's not just about, let me say, it's not just about producing children, because you might have a wife that produces life in another way. You feel me? And it's not just about sex. All right. So what you want to do, brothers, is you want to make sure that you keep away. All right. Spray away these wicked women, man. It's so weird, man. You got to keep them off, man. All right. And watch for them, because they come. And remember, the scripture says that the adulterous woman hunts for the precious soul. All right. The adulteress, she hunts for the precious soul. So you brothers got to make sure you remain and stay vigilant. All right. You have to. All right. We're not nobodies out in this thing. You men are the kings, priests, and the next chieftains in the kingdom to come. Okay? And then at that time, guess what? You're going to rule the world. You're going to have dominion in the world to come. If you brothers and sisters only be patient, the Father will give you children. He will give you abundance. He'll give you shalom. He'll give you a peaceful Sabbath. And even if you have to stand alone, you want to make sure you never become a backstabber. Because one day the chariots will come and it'll be proven that Jesus Christ is not a white man. And in that day, the righteous man will stand in great boldness. And the 12 tribes of Israel will rise again. And we'll go back home, armed in our holy apparel. Ay, Dios mío. That was funny. So, Charlie, I brought the show.